Drew Brees, Obama, and James Madison. Hey folks, Brian Gaddis. Another Google trending episode for Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. We will get to it. First, I want to send out all my thoughts and prayers to everyone. I know it's a trying time for the country, rather, in regards to the pandemic and racism in America, police brutality. But just pray everybody stay strong, practice social distancing, make sure you're safe in whatever expression you're needing, and we will get through this. But in regards to racism, we have got to get better. Okay, so Drew Brees fired up a lot on social media. The Saints, Drew Brees draws backlash for disrespecting the flag comments. This is coming from ESPN Sports. So Drew Brees made some statements today in regards to the use of basically people kneeling. So after earlier sharing a message of unity on social media, New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees attracted backlash Wednesday when he reiterated his stance on how he will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States. This is basically about people kneeling. Brees' comments came when he was asked during the interview to revisit former NFL quarterbacks Colin Kaepernick's 2016 protest of police brutality against minorities, in which Kaepernick knelt during the national anthem before games. Brees' remarks on the flags drew a sharp rebuke on social media across the sports landscape, including LeBron James. So go ahead and comment what you think about this, if you think he was right in saying this. I know it's a crazy time, and I think you just got to pick your words wisely in regards to this. I love and respect my teammates. I stand right there with them in regards to fighting for racial equality and justice. I also stand for my grandfathers who risked their lives to this country and countless other military men and women who do it on a daily basis. So, what do you think? I know it's crazy, and this is how people decide to take a stand for police brutality. This is bringing up 1 million plus searches. James Madison had some fiery comments about the president. In The Atlantic, he denounces Trump as threat to Constitution, an extraordinary condemnation of the former defense secretary. So this is one of his own peeps, former cabinet member, backs protesters and says the president is trying to turn Americans against one another. James Madison's esteemed Marine General resigned as Secretary of Defense in December 2018 to protest Donald Trump's serious policy, has ever since kept studiously silent about Trump's performance as president, but he has now broken his silence. Let the floodgates open. So, writing extraordinary broadside in which he denounces the president for dividing the nation and accusing him of ordering the U.S. military to violate the Constitution and rights of American citizens. I have watched this week's unfolding events angry and appalled. The words equal justice under law are carved in the pediment of the United States Supreme Court. This is precisely what protesters are rightly demanding. It is a wholesome and unifying demand, one that all of us should be able to get behind. We must not be distracted by a small number of lawbreakers. The protests are defined by tens of thousands of people of conscience who are insisting that we live up to our values as people and our values as a nation. We must reject and hold accountable those in office who would make a mockery of our Constitution. Donald Trump is the first president of my lifetime who does not try to unite the American people. That's saying a good amount. We are witnessing, does not even pretend to try. Instead, he tries to divide us. We are witnessing the consequences of 3 years of his deliberate effort. We are witnessing the consequences of 3 years without mature leadership. That used to be his boss, I guess. We can unite without him, drawing on the strengths inherent in our civil society. So, tossing to the side. This will not be easy, as the past few days have shown, but we owe it to our fellow citizens to past generations that bled to defend our promise and to our nation. So, let me know what you think about his comments. I know it's definitely fired up people from both sides, either positive or negative. And President Obama has made a statement. Obama steps out as nation confronts confluence of crises, called for turning the protests over Floyd's death into policy change to ensure safer policing and increased trust between communities and law enforcement. I know Dak Prescott has donated $1 million to police training. Former president is taking on an increasingly public role as the nation confronts a confluence of historic crises that expose racial and socioeconomic inequalities in America and reshape the November election. In doing so, Obama is signaling a willingness to sharply critique his success for president and fill what many Democrats see as a national leadership void. On Wednesday, he held a virtual town hall event with young people to discuss policing and the civil unrest that has followed the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Which I bet he'd come up in a little bit of chatter on the internet about voting versus protests, politics, and participation versus civil disobedience, direct action. So, this is in Boston.com. A lot going on. Go ahead and comment your opinions. And the NBA is expected to open back up. Ben and Jerry has taken a stand against police brutality and racism. Actually, I guess more calls to dismantle white supremacy stands out among tepid corporate America statements. So that's the Washington Post. And so, yeah, we're celebrating Anderson Cooper's birthday. He's 53. So, in a 5.5 magnitude earthquake in San Bernardino. All right, folks. See y'all. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. Let me know what I need to do to help this channel out. Late.